Good evening, everyone. So I think yesterday when I let you guys know I wasn't going to be able to go live on Sunday morning at 11 a.m. like I normally do, I think I put that I was going to be able to go live at 8 p.m. tonight. And here we are. It is almost 9 p.m. So I didn't make that deadline. So my apologies, but I did want to hop on. I literally walked in the door from work and I was supposed to get off at 6 and I could have probably left on time, but I hadn't seen my boss in a while and so we got caught up on the things that we needed to get caught up to make the theater run well. And then I've been driving around with something in my car for 2 days that I was supposed to drop off at another location and I really needed to do that. And initially, I thought I was gonna make it back. Hi, Levon. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Always a pleasure. Um, I don't know if you guys wanna talk about anything finance related, certainly let me know. I kinda wanted to share some frustrations that I've been having surrounding budgeting and financing when it comes to my home repairs. And as you can see up there, there's something that almost looks like it's like rotten wood or like moldy wood. I still don't know who to call to fix that. I don't know if it's just a handyman. I don't know if they're going to get in there and discover that all the wood's bad in the house. I don't think that'll be true, and I'll kind of tell you why in just a second. So, hi, Sugar Sprinkles. Good to see you as well. So, I recently, or I guess I'm still sort of in the process of doing like a major budget home upgrade, or at least I hope it's a major upgrade. Yeah, so Renegade Billy, I used to go live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. and Monday at 9 p.m. Normally, I've been working the night shift on Mondays, so I haven't been able to go live on Monday, but I missed yesterday's. So I was like, hey, let me go back to the old time slot. And then I thought I was going to be able to go live at 8, but my schedule got away from me today. And also, I'm like starving, so I don't know if we're going to go the whole hour tonight. Okay, so back to the home repair slash budget frustrations. I'm always hesitant to do big projects in my home. Well, the bank owns my home, but I'm paying it off. I'm very fortunate on that. I really want to make a video for you guys about how I did that. But I'm always hesitant and nervous to spend a lot of money in the house because I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And I will say that I learned this from the job I'm at. I was always taught to get 3 estimates, right? You don't necessarily go with the cheapest. It's a combination of factors. What is the price? What are they telling you they're gonna get? Are they consistent with what the other people that are bidding the project are telling you? So you kind of want to think about all those things and just your gut level feeling, maybe get some reviews or some testimonials if you can. I just live by myself, right? It's me and my mom. And so I always feel like one, I do feel like repair people and mechanics sometimes try and take advantage of women. They think that we don't know the right price and the things like that. So this is the frustration. For many years, you guys have heard me say that I want a Tesla, and I'm rethinking that, right? Because I wouldn't advise you guys to get a Tesla. So why do I want one so bad? I think because I see other YouTubers driving Teslas. I like the way the car looks, right? But I don't need a Tesla. Nothing is wrong with my car. But in order to have a Tesla put in, you need, even if you're just gonna charge it in your regular electrical, you need, like, a dedicated outlet. My house ha I guess, like, most people's houses have, like, 200 amps. My house has been running off of 70 amps, right? That does not mean a lot to me. But I needed to upgrade my electrical if I ever want a Tesla. But I don't have one now, so I didn't need to do it now. I also needed to I wanted to add some electrical to the back patio. You guys know I got a really cheap projector so that I could play video games out there in the summer. And then my best friend and I, we get like an above ground pool and we put it out there every year. I even made a video about that because I get confused about how to set up the filter. So I made a video for me so I would remember how to do it. But with like, you need like one of those GFCI or HG, whatever. You need this like special plug so that you don't overload your outlet, and so that if it gets wet or something happens, like the breaker trips and like shuts it off. It's a safety thing. And so it's to run the pool filter. And when the electrical outlet is in my house, which it is, my roommate can't help with that, or my best friend can't help with that. This is the person that rents the garage. Like, I don't know how to explain them, so we're just gonna call them my roommate. So anyway, they're my roommate slash best friend, except they don't actually live here. But anyway, when the outlet for the pool filter is in my house, I'm the only one that can like run the pool filter. So I thought, oh, it'd be nice to have electrical in the back patio so that I can like, so that my best friend can help with running the pool filter. You're supposed to run the pool filter depending on the size of the above ground pool from between like an hour a day to like 4 hours a day, maybe 8 hours a day occasionally. But anyway, you're supposed to run the pool filter for at least an hour a day. So I thought I could use some help with this. I don't want to be the only one in charge of taking care of that. So I'll put some electrical outlets outside and then my friend can help me with it. So I wanted to do that. And then also, I feel like the only homeowner ever who didn't have a washer dryer. I now have a washer dryer. I promise the story's going somewhere. Um, but I always heard that that needed a dedicated outlet as well. So I always thought that the first step to any of those three projects was to upgrade my electrical. So I upgraded my electrical, and it was really expensive to do that. And when I say really expensive, I'm just I'm just going to tell you guys it was $4,200 to upgrade the electrical, right? And then, of course, they found more things that they need to fix. And that required getting the bigger panel, required like getting LADWP to come and like tell me where like the new electrical panel could be. So I needed the whole new panel. So I I did that, right? Because that was the first step to any of it. And then when they upgraded the panel, they put the electrical outlets outside and they made me a dedicated outlet to put the washer dryer on. Well, come to find out that the outlet for outside for the pool filter, it won't fit. Like the pool filter plug, it's like, I don't know. It's, let's say that this is my microphone, but let's say it's like this big, right? The pool filter plug. The outlet's not that big. Like, so I can't run the pool filter outside. Then to get this whole washer dryer thing set up, I got the dedicated outlet for that. But then when the plumber came to like run the vent and everything, I have a gas dryer. I've lost four of you, so I'm boring talking about this, but that's okay. Just kind of ranting and venting a little bit about this frustration. So when the plumber came, we decided it would be better not to put the washer and dryer near where I had the dedicated outlet installed, right? So doesn't work for the pool filter, my outdoor electrical. Doesn't work for my washer dryer because I had the outlet installed in one place and then ended up putting the washer dryer a total different place. Then the plumber, that's who did the washer dryer portion of that, he like had to plug everything in to make it work. And there's some plugs, they're just not dedicated plugs by where we put the washer dryer. And then I was like, but oh, I shouldn't use it, right? Like you're just testing it, but I shouldn't actually start using it because it needs this dedicated breaker. And he was like, no, that used to be true, but the washer dryers these days use much less electrical. And so, yeah, use your own washer dryer. So then I'm thinking, like, well, why did I have a dedicated outlet installed if I didn't need to upgrade my electrical at all to do that? And then the third reason that I got the upgraded electrical is because of this like Tesla that doesn't even exist. Although I do believe in like making space in your life to like manifest things. So I guess I'm starting to manifest the Tesla, except for when I really think about it, I'm never going to want to make that big. I don't ever want a big car payment. There's a YouTuber that I really like. His name's Minority Mindset. He says if you can't afford 5 of them, that you shouldn't buy one of them. So if I need a new shirt that costs $20, my personal finances would allow me to buy 5 shirts at $20. I could buy 5 shirts and spend $100. I don't need 5 shirts, so I'm only going to buy one, but I could afford that. But he says to apply the same logic to bigger purchases like a Tesla. I'm never going to be able, well, never say never, but in the near future, I'm not going to be able to afford 5 Teslas, so I shouldn't buy 1 Tesla. And it's not the advice that I would give to you guys. I would tell you guys to buy an affordable car. And I currently have a Prius C. There's nothing wrong with it. It runs great. It's a 2013. I have a feeling my smoke detector might go off. I haven't I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'm heating up the oven while I'm doing this. Anyway, so the 3 electrical projects, this outdoor outlets, the thing I wanted to plug in outside doesn't fit. Then the dedicated outlet, I'm not using it currently, and the plumber seems to indicate that I don't ever need to use it, although the electrician is supposed to come back and like move that dedicated outlet. And they still have to come back for like LADWP to like sign off on the electrical project. And then for Tesla, that doesn't exist. So I sort of feel like I didn't budget well and that I didn't plan my finances right and that I just kind of wasted that money on the electrical part of the project. I just feel like I maybe didn't need to do that. But who knows? Everything happens for a reason. And I think, like, in the grand scheme of things, I did need to do that. I just don't know if I needed to do that right now. And then on top of it, I had the plumber come to do that, the plumbing for the new washer dryer. Also, they're stackable because my house is really small. And then I finally quit being nervous the other day and I did a load of laundry. And of course, the thing's like shaking more than I think it's supposed to be. Um, who knows? But you do your best. You make the best decision you can with the information that you have, and you hope it's the right thing. And you hope, you're not just hoping, you're basing it on like facts and everything. I have had other electrical things, and I've been told in the past that I needed to upgrade my electrical panels. So I feel like that was a project that I was going to need to do eventually anyway. I'm like, did I need to do that now? Hopefully, this is like when I did my heater. For many years, I didn't have a proper heater and I didn't have like air conditioning. My house is small and there's a lot of windows, so I didn't really need the air conditioning. But in the winter, my house isn't insulated well. I did need a heater. I would be like sitting 2 inches in front of a space heater, like literally like as close as I am to this mic right now. And if I would try and even sit back, like my face would get cold, my nose would get cold. You guys are gonna think this is a joke, but it is not. Um, I was sleeping with a ski mask on. I know that sounds so weird, but I was sleeping with a ski mask on because I don't know, I have this thing where when my extremities get cold, like either my fingers or the tip of my nose, it's like hard for the rest of me to warm up. But I also like didn't want to totally like cover my face because I felt like I needed to like still breathe and see. So I got a ski mask, which covered my nose, but the mouth is open and the eyes are open. Um, so as you can imagine, like that's not ideal, sleeping with a ski mask in the winter just to keep warm. I think it is level. Like they looked at, I don't know. I don't know, mom. I don't know. It seems fine, and it's level when it's not washing. Anyway, my mom can vouch for the fact that I really did used to sleep with a ski mask in the winter, but I ended up upgrading like the house and getting, it's not central heat. I have 2 mini splits and I love them. And they were expensive. I didn't upgrade until the pandemic because the other thing with like that whole heating situation and needing to sit like 2 inches in front of the heater, my electric bill would actually increase quite a lot during the winter. And this said it was supposed to save me money, and I'm not sure if the mini splits saved me money, but they definitely didn't end up costing me more, on my electric bill, so and they do a much better job of heating the house. But what happened was, like, normally pre-pandemic, you're at work a lot of the time. You're out running errands, you're doing things, but during the pandemic, we were supposed to be home. And I in the grand scheme of things, I was like, I can't really afford to be running like a space heater that much. And two, like I don't want to spend all of this required time that we're required to stay home, like sitting 2 inches in front of a heater. I was like, I have to try and get my house warmer. And with that, I was like, that's the best decision I've ever made. I should have done that way sooner. So I'm hoping that even right now, my mom already heard the story. She's like, "It makes me feel so sad that you're not, like, excited about your washer dryer." I feel like in time, I will be excited about it, but right now, like, it's a big expense. It was a lot of money between the electrical and the plumbing and buying the washer dryer. I spent a lot of money on that project, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be worth it and that it's gonna make me happy. I will also say this is partially because, like, my job relocated. My life, even where I bought this house, centered around the company where I had worked for 25 years, 26 years. I used to live 3 freeway exits from my job, which is really great. In traffic, that could sometimes still take 30 minutes, but I used to live really close to my job. That's probably why I bought the house where I bought it. And now and where I used to do my laundry was on my way to work. But now that laundromat is in the opposite direction of my job. So I'm still figuring out my new kind of flow of life, when to do YouTube, when to make videos, when to go live, where to do my laundry, where's the best grocery store uh, to shop at, because the other grocery store was in between my house and the movie theater I was working at. So, like, that was the midway point. But now again, that grocery store that I like, that I know the layout of, it's the opposite direction from where I'm working now. So I'm just kind of like reshuffling things and trying to like optimize. And one of the ways that I'm hoping that I've optimized is by getting this washer dryer. So now I don't have to pick a laundromat that's like halfway in between my job and my house, because now I can just do laundry at home. But I do wanna do it safely. I would feel terrible if the one of the t and this is the worry, right? And this is the frustration that you don't know. I don't know how important it is to move the electrical outlet really soon, because that's gonna cost more money to move it. The dedicated one that I had put in, I need to move it, but, like, how quickly do I need to do that? Because the plumber, "Hi, Scotty. Oh, I haven't seen you in a long time either." That's gonna make here's the little green guy for Debbie, that makes him happy. Also, you guys are just wonderful. Thank you for listening to me rant. If you guys have There's a lot of topics that I wanna cover. I do think there's been some movement, not in the direction that we want, but I do think there's been some movement in terms of student loan debt forgiveness. I want to talk with you guys about 401ks. There's so much that I want to talk about with you guys, and I'm struggling trying to figure out with my new work schedule and everything when the best time to make videos is. And I've just been working kind of a lot. Some of it by choice. We're opening a new theater, and I wanted to help with that. Um, and then y- when I was transitioning between jobs, I went a little while without health insurance. So even though I started back to work in December, my health insurance didn't kick in until March. And then you have to get appointments. So I'm still catching up on all my doctor's appointments. So tomorrow, talk about more financial frustrations. I am going to the dentist tomorrow for the fourth time for the same tooth. The first time was like a checkup, and then they're like, you have a cavity that needs filled. So then they schedule you to get the cavity filled, and you go and you have the cavity filled. Then there was like a gap. And so when I was eating, like food was getting stuck up there and it was like hurting. was like impacting the food. So I had to go back. They refilled the cavity. Oh, this is going to be the 5th time I've gone for this. Okay. So they refilled the cavity. And then, like, now I don't know what's going on. It kind of feels like they've chipped the tooth or something. It's not right. I cannot bite. I can close my teeth, but if I'm chewing like an actual food item, I can't. It sends like shooting pain up my tooth. So they redid the cavity and it's still not good. And so I went back already a 4th time to be like, something's meant. That is the same map. It doesn't have any information on it right now. It's blank, but it's there in case I need it. Yeah, when I was talking about like which states were extending. Hi, Joey and Joey. When I was talking about like which states were extending their unemployment benefits and like which states were giving how much extra money. So yeah, that map's there. I probably am going to change the setup of this room again. I'm going to put my Shelly's Millions thing, and I think I'm going to go away from the doors that are painted. Anyway, so yeah, having dental work is a major budgeting frustration. And so then I went a 4th time to be like, hey, the tooth isn't right. And he's like, well, maybe it's infected. Like, I don't even think he actually sees infection. I think he just thinks maybe it's infected. So he gave me an antibiotic, and now it's still not better. And so tomorrow I'm going back for the 5th time for the same tooth. And that's really frustrating too. It's frustrating when, and shout out to anybody who has like a chronic ongoing health issue where you're managing like going to dialysis or going to chemotherapy or anything like that, where you're having lots of doctor's appointments. And I'm so thankful that it's just my tooth and then I'm able to eat on the other side. But at the same time, like, this kind of stuff is frustrating. You have a limited amount of time and you have a lot of things that you want to accomplish. And here you are going to the doctor for the 5th time for something that should have already been taken care of. So, whatever, end rant on that. I'm also grateful I have pretty good dental insurance. I am in the process of switching dentist, and I thought I liked this one, but maybe I don't if I've been 5 times for the same problem. Maybe I'll update you guys after I go tomorrow and let you know how I feel about that. For those of you just popping in, I don't think I'm going to go live for much longer today. But if you have any questions, if you just want to vent about your own expenses and your frustrations with what things are costing you, let me know in the comments. We can talk about it. Gas prices seem to be creeping back up. Ooh, that's another thing that has me nervous. Okay, so my washer dryer, I guess, is electric and it's front loading. So it's supposed to be like high efficiency or whatever. And then I've got the top loading gas. No, it's still front loading, but it's stacked. So I have a gas dryer. I am nervous about how much my gas bill is going to increase because, in the winter this past year, my gas bill is normally honestly between like $18 on the low end and like maybe $34 on the high end. But during the winter months, natural gas, the cost shot up. So now that I've got this washer dryer, like, how much is the gas going to cost? How much extra is it going to cost me on the electrical? How much extra is it going to cost me on my water bill? So gas, water, power, all of those things are going to go up now that I put a washer dryer in the house. So it's not just the initial expense, but it's the ongoing expense. Now I'm hoping it'll be worth it, and I hope that it won't use too much energy. I wanted to Google how many, this is interesting. I wanted to Google how many gallons of water does a load of laundry use? Does a load of laundry use? Energy Star states that on average, an Energy Star certified washer, which mine is uses 14 gallons of water per load, while a standard washing machine uses 20 gallons per load. And I'm thinking I'll probably end up washing clothes maybe like once a week. This is terrible. I used to do my laundry like once a month when I was at the laundromat. My mom, this is a true story. When I was younger, I was not as good with my money. And one day I was packing for a trip that I had won through work, and I brought out a whole drawer of underwear. So I pulled out the drawer from the dresser and I brought the underwear drawer to my mom's room to like talk to my mom while I was like packing and folding. And my mom saw all the underwear that I had, and she said, "I don't ever want to hear you complain about being broke again. Now I know where all your money goes. You wasted on these fancy underwear that are missing part of the behind, I think." Um, this is back, I think I haven't always been perfect with money. I wasted a lot of money on Victoria's Secret underclothes, and yeah, so I wasted a lot of money on that. But my mom had a good point. My mom says, "Stop worrying. Life is what it is and we'll be okay." I know it will be okay, but I'm good at worrying. Also, you guys, my mom went to Benihana for the first time. We took her there for her birthday, and I shared some pictures of that yesterday. And I think one of the coolest things about that is that they take a picture for you, and it's a physical picture that you take home with you. So it's kind of like a souvenir. And most places, think like medieval times, think any place where they're giving you a physical picture, they charge you for that usually, but Benihana didn't. Ooh, I also have an update for you guys about anyway, so shout out to Benihana for giving us like the $30 off my mom's birthday dinner, and which basically made her meal free, and the free picture. I thought that was a really nice touch. And of course, then it's just kind of fun how they play with the food and they make it right there in front of you and everything. And my mom liked that. Small update on the free birthday items. I know a couple of videos ago we were talking about all the items you could get for free on your birthday. And I think that the things, although I just saw somebody make a video and they said that Krispy Kreme will give you a whole dozen donuts. And if that's true, I feel like I should go get the dozen donuts from Krispy Kreme and share them with my coworkers. But I was really excited because I read that Jersey Mike's would give you a free submarine sandwich on your birthday. But I signed up for their club and everything, and I didn't see the offer. And then I checked, and it says that they're not doing it anymore. So Jersey Mike's isn't giving you free birthday submarine sandwich anymore, but Firehouse Subs will still give you a free sub. And I haven't really heard of Firehouse Subs, so I had to look to see if there's one near me. There is. So I think that loosely the plan is, and I don't know if I'll video this because I haven't vlogged very much. So I would say that that's not my strong point. Maybe on my birthday, maybe that's my gift to myself, is I go out of my comfort zone and I do that. But I'm going to get my Starbucks drink. Then I want a crumble cookie. Then I'll probably get my Firehouse sub. And then I think maybe like one of the burgers. I think that's maybe loosely my plan to get. Those are the free things that I want on my birthday. And in the person's video that got their Krispy Kreme, their dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, one of the comments said, "So basically what you got is you got to gain 2 pounds for your birthday." And I don't really want to gain 2 pounds for my birthday. So we'll see. Um, and then again, I'm not sure if I'm going to film it. I'm also not sure if I'm working on my birthday. All right, you guys, I think I shared all my worries and my frustrations and my budgeting concerns about my washer dryer. Uh, so I think that I am going to head out. Like I mentioned, I haven't eaten dinner yet. So I've got my oven heating up. Definitely cooking home. Oh, good. My mom says she had a fun birthday all month, which is excellent. So your birthday month is ending and now mine is starting. One thing I don't know if I mentioned, I think I shared it with you guys on the one where I was talking about the free birthday stuff. There used to be this place, the Bingo Club in Norwalk, and they used to give you like 25 free games of bingo, which I used to love because then you had the opportunity for winning money. And they did let me know that they're not, I called and they're not doing their birthday bingo. But Mom, I know we didn't make it here for yours, but maybe we'll make it for mine. My mom says, let's party. There's birthday bingo. Where is their birthday bingo? On Saturdays, the month of your birthday, at St. John's in Bellflower. I'm not even really sure where Bellflower is, but anyway. All right, you guys. That's it. If anybody's watching and you're following the trip that I'm going to be taking to Portugal and Egypt, we are going to do the Nile cruise. All right. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for watching Shelly's Millions. Thanks for tuning in. I really loved hopping on tonight. Thank you for letting me vent about the washer dryer. I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that's going to be a project that I'll ultimately be glad that I spent a lot of money on? Yeah, and then I'm curious, like, what frustrations you guys are having with your budget where, just let me know. All right. Thanks, you guys. Have a good night. Bye, Doodle Academy. Take care.